Yeah. So so we're moving from sort of this idea of we've got these reason codes, right? The decision comes out and we're at this point hoping AI has made the correct decision. But what those reason codes are not the same as actually explaining what happened to the customer. So I wanted to dig into this whole AI and explainability and really kind of separate out what's happening internally inside the insurance company versus, again, what the customer sees in terms of, what arrives in the mailbox or in an email, or maybe it's a phone call, but probably comes as a letter in the mail, I would expect. So Emily, just staying with you, how are insurers turning those decisions outputs into approved, readable, traceable communications? And I think the traceable is really the point here that
Mhm.
we're really trying to dig into.
Yeah, what the great thing about communication solutions like ours is you can standardize, you can create the traceability. How many of us are working with hundreds, if not thousands, of templates across the organization, and there's a template sprawl. There's this notion of different teams are producing documents for different purposes. In order to create standardized, transparent ways to trace that information back, you need a solution that allows for that governance workflow, if you will. Having that ability to receive the information from the upstream systems, those reason codes, those decisions, apply it to every single individual customer who has different products, different policies, different jurisdictions that you need to adhere to. So having that ability to create templates that allow you to communicate to thousands of customers at a time in a consistent way, having that ability to have the proper approvals in place as you're creating those communications, the right people are looking at the right types of documents and language that's being used. So every time a customer calls in, they talk to their agent. They have this ability to look at, how did we arrive at that information, and were all the right people involved to create that communication? Because all that customer has is the communication. So they're going to use that if they're going to dispute, if they're going to take more legal action. There's that communication holds all the keys. And so you've got to get that right. And so having that governance workflow to produce the templates and then be able to look back on when those communications were delivered, how it was it opened by the customer? All that audit trail needs to be in place so that whoever's going back and looking at that historical information has a clear view of what happened.